Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am happy you found us. And if you're back again, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Today is part one of putting together a true junk journal like the one I shared from my friend Liz, who is like a huge inspiration. This journal inspires me every spring and summer. If you missed this video, I will put the card above and you can just click on it and go watch it and then come back. A lot of you commented and messaged me and said, hey, we would love to see you put together a true junk journal. And I think the reason why is, like one person said, this takes so much focus to do because you have to make sure it's all junk. And so I thought I'd bring you along with the process before I actually start the journal. So this is going to be a two-part video. This is the first part, and the second part will be next week, where we actually put it all together and create a hopefully really inspiring junk journal. So how I start any journal, whether it's a true junk journal or just a junk journal, is I make a list of what I want to go in it. And on this list I have, especially for this one, because I have to really stay focused, because I want to use only junk. And when I'm saying junk, it's not dirty. I mean, if I use a paper wrapper, I'm going to wash it with soap and water and let it dry, okay? But it's that, a paper wrapper, a oatmeal pouch, a box, menus, junk mail, magazine pages, book pages, because book pages are true junk journal stuff. Music pages are. But then we have our coffee dye paper, which is really not, because that's something we do. But then we have, like, if I put a piece of paper under something I'm painting, some of my small canvases, and I get paint all over that paper, then that is, yes, some junk. So I'm trying to keep a very focused tunnel vision on this, basically. So I've written down pages, junk mail, magazine, letters, old letters, food bags like chip bags, cereal bags, music pages, book pages, paper used to catch paint, coffee stained paper by accident, because I have some of that as coffee stained paper by accident. My husband always, spills coffee on his desk. We have plenty of those. And I keep them. He thinks I'm weird, but I keep them. Menus, just anything that, brochures, anything that I can get my hands on, okay? And then ephemera, I have boxes, because you can cut tag shapes out of boxes. I have food pouches, again, cereal bags, chip bags, oatmeal, maybe a Pop-Tart bag, some things are too fragile, some things aren't. Menus, packets, paint cards, seed packets, that kind of thing, paint cards, mail inserts, clothes tags. So I have my list. So this is how I start any journal. Like, I'm working on something for Mother's Day, which I will be sharing with you, and I have the same kind of list going, okay? So first I make my list. Then what I do is now here's my stash of junk stuff. I have an oatmeal packet in here, have old calendars, I have brochures, I have junk mail. So I have a good stash of a lot of stuff. I am missing some stuff, like a cereal insert or a chip bag or something like that. But those will be easy to get, okay? But before I start pulling stuff, what I do is I get out just a plain manila folder, okay? And what I'll do with this is I'll either do one or two things. I'll get sidetracked and I'll end up decorating this first and then doing the journal. Or I will put everything in this and then decorate this after I make the journal. Because when I use a manila folder, I start seeing things for it too. I don't know. Do y'all do that? Do you start on one project and then end up doing like 2 or 3 different ones before you finish the original one? Anyway, I do have altered folders coming because they're great for gardening, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so I'm going to pull this, and I think I'm not going to get sidetracked for you today, and I'm going to start pulling potential items to use in my true junk journal. So what I'll do is I'll come over to my stash here, and I mean, I have, like I said, I have a huge red folder full of junk. This box is kind of a mixture of true junk and junk journal stuff. So, you know, it just depends. I have this great little Fuji camera box that's going to go in here. It would make great tags, pockets, who knows what all. Let's see. I have some zip ties. Those might make interesting decor on an ephemera piece. So we'll put those in. Have my oatmeal packet. That definitely is going to go in. I have a brochure. That's going to go in. I have these cards, which are great. They're very stiff. So they would make great tags and stuff. So those are going to go in. And of course my folder will have way more junk in it than I'll actually need. And then as I make this, I'll go through whatever I don't use. I'll put back over here in my stash. Okay, now this is going to be probably a, 6x9. That size. It's kind of a generic size, but I'm not going to use an envelope because that's not junk. Let's see here. What do we have? Oh, look, I have this really cute bag from my puppy. Had to go. He had an ear infection one Sunday, and we had to go to an emergency vet. So we have that cute bag there. Let's see. What do we have in here? I have stuff from my water bills in here. I have like half an envelope. That's junk. Look, I have this large junk mail. I'll use this one. This will be good for some pages. Now remember, it takes a lot to put a junk journal together. And Liz's, the one that's inspiring this, was 2 signatures. So I will definitely try to do 2 signatures. Okay, let's see here. I have a lot of junk mail in here. I'll probably have to get some menus this weekend. Oh, look, I have this off of Crystal Light. My husband drinks Crystal Light, so we'll use that. Oh, I have some wax paper or, what do you got? Wax paper? Parchment paper that I used when coffee dyeing, so I can use that. That's junk. Normally, people would get rid of that. Me, being the weirdo I am, saved it. Mail inserts. I've got enough of those, maybe, but I always have more. Like I said, I can use my envelopes that come in my mail. Some window envelopes, because those are... Oops, my back scratcher dropped. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but during the winter, my back just gets itchy. Okay, I have book pages and music paper over there. I'll pull that out. I think that's all, because this is pretty much all the same thing over and over. Like these calendars, I want to save because they're specific. They're dog calendars, and I want to make a journal for puppies, for dogs. So those are just gonna, those are just gonna stay in here. Okay, so now we'll go over to some paper stash where I can pull some book pages and music paper, but that's what I do. And okay, so we're back at my desk, and this is my kind of stash for papers that I've used or that are stained, or maybe that I've just pulled to use later. I don't know if I have any junk in here. Oh, yep, I have music paper, so I'm going to pull some music paper out. And I have some book pages. I'm going to pull book pages out. Okay, a magazine page. That's acceptable. So I have some used pages that was in like different videos showing negative and positive space. And I think those would be okay since they're already drawn on and they weren't for this project. Let me know down below in the comments. Are something like this acceptable for a junk journal? I'm going to pull them right now. Mostly in here is like your book pages, music paper, envelopes. Some pre-painted, stuff that I did that didn't come out the way I wanted. But instead of getting rid of them, I saved them, so they're junk. But if you don't think so, comment below. I'm trying to keep this, like I said, a true junk journal. If I had found any written on account records, not blank ones because I consider those not junk, but if somebody had already written it on them, those are junk. I don't have any of those. That's what I was looking for. So I guess I'm going to be on the search this weekend for more junk. You can look at estate sales. You can look at, of course, your own kitchen, where I will find chip bags and cereal and all of that. Also, let's see, menus. I can certainly go by some restaurants and pick up some menus, or I might get some in the mail. Sometimes we get them mailed to us. Sometimes they're on our door. It just depends. Sorry, my shirt is choking me. But this is a great start, and I'll just kind of show you all the stuff one more time so you'll kind of see what I pulled. I have paint cards. I have a lot of paint cards, and when I decide what color theme I'm going with this, of course, I'll pull those. Okay, so let's go over what I've collected so far, and then we'll go over my list and see what we are still missing. Because what I do is I make my list. After I pull stuff, I go in and check it off if I think I have enough. If I don't have enough to, what's in my mind, then I won't check it off till I do have enough. So let's do that part really fast. So here's my list. I don't have my cover yet because that's a box, so I'm not going to check that off. And I don't know what I'm going to cover it with because I don't know what size it's going to be yet. Okay, so I do have some tissue paper that's like torn that I pulled out of boxes. I have the stuff from ThredUp. If you watch my Thrifting for Beginners, I have tissue paper from that. It's pretty. It's like a green and white circle tissue paper. And that would be trash. So I might use that for the cover. Let me write that down. Believe it or not, I might actually forget that idea. I have to pack away those clothes because we're moving, and I might accidentally pack the paper too. Keep ThredUp tissue. So I made myself that note, and that will probably cover our journal cover if I have enough. It just depends. Like I said, I don't even know what the cover is, so I'm not going to check that off. Okay, inside my pages. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I can use these messed up things for pages, so that's good, but I need more. And I do have these too, so we'll hang on to that. I still want some more though, because I like a lot of color in my journal, and I have, I think, some more pages that are like splattered with paint and messed up from painting these little canvases I do, so I'll check that out. So I'm not going to check that out yet. Magazines, I only have the one page so far, so that's not enough. Book pages. Oh, this is actually a magazine. Okay, I have 2 magazines. I have no book pages. I do have plenty of music paper. So I'm going to check off music paper. music right there. So I put a check on music, but that's it, because I feel like I need just more. More. And then I have a couple of envelopes. Some were external, as you can see, they've been opened, and then some are the return. I probably have enough envelopes. I didn't even write envelopes down. I'll write envelopes under ephemera and check that off. This is some more paper. This is some coffee paper, but I'm going to go through the ones I have from my husband if they're not packed. And then I have like packets, pouches. I have this little cardboard, and I have this. But I need chips and some more stuff, so I'm not going to check that off yet. I have this little half envelope with some decor from my water bill on there, so I'll keep that. Now, I have no idea what I'm going to use these for, but most people would have thrown them away, and I kept them. So we're going to use the zip ties, or the, I guess, sandwich ties in some way. Now, junk mail, I have a lot of this hard cardboard junk mail. These will make great tags. So I think hard cardboard junk mail I'm good on. And I didn't write that down. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to check it off. Like I said, tags, stiff pockets, stuff that won't tear easy. I only have one brochure. I know I have more. I can find that. This will be a great bag, even if I just cut it and use like the little paw prints at the bottom, which is why I saved it. But we'll see. This might end up being our journal cover. How cool would that be? So we'll see. And then I do have all of this for magazine junk mail. So I think I will check off magazine pages, junk mail, because this is a whole catalog and it satisfies that. But I still have a lot of stuff I don't have. I don't have enough junk mail of different sizes. I need some like real letters, more food bags, book pages. I need papers used to catch paint, more coffee stain paper if I have any, and menus. For ephemera, again, food pouches, menus, boxes, paint cards. I'll decide when I know my color. Clothes tags. I do have some clothes tags. Let's see if I can. I always save my clothes tags if I get new clothes, which is very rare, but I do save them. Paper. I got this off of Amazon, and I just thought it was cool, the writing on it, so I saved it. So that could be like a little tag pocket in the journal. So I will put that in. Let's see. Oh, let me turn you, and you can see what I constantly am digging through here. Let me bring you. Okay, this is my stash by my desk. This is where I stick the little stuff, like little tags, scraps of paper that I've cut out of, but I'm still going to use more of. A lot of like little mail postcards get dumped in here. Like packaging off of my canvases get dumped in here. I'm going to put this for our journal. Like here's some paint cards. I'll probably throw those over here. Here's a book page. I'll throw it over. And I actually do kind of have this separated. It wasn't separated for a long time. And I did take the time to kind of go through and separate it. I have like parts of magazines in here. Just all sorts of junk. But I don't see any clothes tags. I have chopsticks. I could use those. I'm going to put those over there. I save everything. So, let's go to the next one. I have this ball jar. It was held stickers. I saved that. I have old green stamps. Those are junk. I'll pull that. Let's see here. I mean, there is just a ton of junk. Stamps are old, especially if they came off old letters. So I'm going to pull some stamps because those are actually off letters. I'm not going to use the guest checks because this is something we always used, and they're not used. If they were used, you know, I would use them. I'm not using playing cards. Packaging, something like this, I maybe could use, so I'll throw that over, because I'm trying to think junk. True junk, not just junk journaling junk, if that makes sense. Found some more stamps, and you can tell they're used, they're stamped on. Alright, let's go down. Whoops. Yeah, this. Good thing is when they pack this, they'll just take the drawers out and set them in a box, wrap them and set them in a box. It's great. Okay, I have this off of a bag of onions. I'm going to use that. She's definitely used stuff like that before. I have another journal she did for the holidays one year that I have. And it's the same thing. It's a junk journal. And it's very, very, it inspires me too. And if you'd like to see Liz's kind of it's a holiday themed journal. If you'd like to see Liz's holiday junk journal, comment down below and I'll do a flip through of that for you guys. I have junk jewelry in here. I mean, game pieces are junk, right? If the board game, you would normally get rid of them, but the board game got torn up. I might use some of those. This cardboard is junk. It's just, I use it to stamp with. I could put that in there. Okay, well, I don't see tags. I did have some, let's see. Okay, something else you can use. If you get a card, you can use the card. A couple of other ideas you can use. If you get a card that's to you, you can use the card. You can either cut off the part that's written on or cover it up with paper. Just make sure nobody can see it. But you definitely could use the picture on front. So this is a card to me. And I save everything. So I'm going to put that in my stack of stuff as well. Okay, so I have some stuff together. And before we close out this video, I thought I would show you really quick how I store it till I'm ready to use it or ready to add more to it. So I have my very full file folder and it still needs a lot more in it. So what I do is I take a rubber band and put it there, and then I'll take another rubber band and put it up by the tabby part, but not on the tabby part because I don't want to bend it. Because like I said, I do end up creating something with the folders as well. Maybe it goes with the journal, maybe it doesn't. You know, it just depends. Okay, so this is how I store it while I'm still collecting stuff. I might write junk journal up here. Probably won't because this is the only file folder I have going. If I have multiple file folders going, what I'll do is I will get a piece of washi tape and put a piece of paper with the washi tape so I can take it off later and use the folder and label it a junk journal, Mother's Day journal, whatever it is, spring garden journal, dog journal, whatever. But since I am only working on this one because this one is really making me focus, I don't have to label it. So I have a lot more together. Stay tuned. Next week we're going to be putting our true junk journal together. I'm super excited, so be sure and hit that subscribe button, also that little bell, so you'll know when this drops. And if you're interested in seeing Liz's holiday junk journal, because it's a Thanksgiving one, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll go ahead and do a flip through for you because it just goes with our topic right now. I will see you on Monday. Take care. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.